Oh. Aloha, everyone. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Aloha, everyone. I hear myself. Let's see where we're at. Might turn it up a hair. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Let me adjust my frames here and say hello to everyone. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. We got Chewy babysitting us today. Making sure we stay on track. I'll say hello. We got Kimberly. Welcome, Kimberly. Suncoast Sand Fleas in Sarasota, Florida. Cool. Awesome. Well, if anyone else is in Sarasota and wants to join their ukulele strum, it says the Nokomis Beach Pavilion every Monday, 10 to 11:30. Awesome. I see Renee. Hello. Patty in Wisconsin. Randall. Renee. Other Renee. Cool. Doreen. Susan, also from Wisconsin, neat. Murray Carr over in Queensland, Australia, down under. Deborah in Michigan, beautiful fall colors there. Jean in North Carolina. Robert in Vashon Island, Washington. Edgar in Pittsburgh. Connie in Portland. Sheila in Michigan. And Susan. Fernanda in sunny, hot Long Beach. Cher Marie, also in Wisconsin. You guys got a crew. John in Annapolis. Lisa in Torquay. I got to see both Lisa and Mari Carr on my last Aussie tour. And thinking back, well, we're going to start off by reviewing Wild World, which was last month's lesson. And I was sick for it. And it was kind of a, precursor of what was to come. I pushed through the shows, but then it caused me to lose my voice, so I learned a big lesson from that. Renee in Fort Collins, awesome. Other Renee, lots of Renees today. Tanya in Cary, North Carolina, also North Carolinians. John in England, Leslie in New Zealand, kia ora. Let's see, Margaret and Belmont. Lisa's asking Logi or Hi G. I made this arrangement so that it would apply to both. Yep. Oh boy. Okay, I'm really behind, so let me catch up here. Yeah, so we're gonna review Wild World, last month's lesson, so get that music ready if you need it. Before we move on to Killing Me Softly. There are a lot of you here today. I think everyone's excited about Killing Me Softly. Holly from Kansas. Pam, Wisconsin. First frost of the season. Oh my goodness. James in Nebraska. Heidi in Arizona. Hello. Gail in Texas. First live. Welcome. Robin in Pittsburgh. John in Dallas. Awesome. Jean in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Richard, hi Richard in Spokane. Okay. Linda in San Carlos. Valerie in the Eastern Sierra. Jenny in New York. New York. Eagle Creek is Sherry. Okay. And Virginia Earl's Ginger. Hello. Sheila. Minnesota. Ken says aloha from Michigan, just like Hawaii. The coast of Lake Michigan. Maria is also from Wisconsin. Boy, you guys have a crew there. Susan in Philly, Marion in New Jersey. Yeah, Brianna in Slow. Awesome. Talmadge is Susie in Texas. Annette in SoCal. Alan in North Carolina. Yeah, also in North Carolina in the house. Christine in Aurora. Some Colorado folks. Sandra in Alaska. Carrie in Melbourne. Awesome. Jenny. Jenny K. She's talking about my shirt. If you haven't seen the shirt, yeah, it's designed by the ukulele teacher, our friend John Atkins, who's on this shirt, and he has an Ukulele Tees website, ukuleletees.com, and asked these different YouTube. We call ourselves YouTubers, the YouTube ukulele teachers, if we wanted to be part of the shirt. Yeah, so I have to do it reverse. This is Tyler, that's me, Tyler from 10 Thumbs, me, Katie from One Music School, Bernadette from Bernadette Teaches Music, Terry from Ukulele Pros, and then John, the ukulele teacher. And it's just such a cute idea to commemorate the Friends anniversary and the Friends TV show. And then the shirts, if you buy a shirt, the proceeds are going to go towards a kids ukulele charity, the Ukulele Kids Club. They purchase ukuleles for kids who've been hospitalized. So you can check it out, ukuleletees.com, and support that way if you like. And it's fun. Okay, according to Nana, Terry, Brooke, hello. Janet, Rox, hi Rox. Oh, Lily, hi. Lynn, Pam, Fanatic, welcome Fanatic. Let's see. Kookie, hi Kookie. Manic from Quebec. Flying Diva. Where are you today, Flying Diva? I always like to find out. Regina. Hi, Regina. From South Carolina. Christy, also in Colorado. Yes. Thank you. Lisa's asking if I'm feeling better. And it took a while to recover. Bob in Iowa. Yeah. Renee's asking how many shows would I've canceled in hindsight. Actually, yeah, I've done a lot of reading up on it. I would have actually just kind of pulled back on the shows I did do. Like I read what some other performers have been through, and I could have canceled the meet and greet. So in a meet and greet, I'd talk to probably 100 people, right, before the show. And I didn't need to do that. I mean, of course, I love to meet everybody, but it would have helped to save my voice if I canceled that. But then I felt like I went all the way to Australia. I want to say hi to everybody, right? Hi, Christina and Jeff and Leah and Jillian. A lot of people tonight. Barbara. Erlinda, welcome. Great. Alan's bids. Okay. Graham, joining from Brisbane. Awesome. Okay. All right. And then Jenny saying you should post the Friends song with Abe. I posted it on Instagram, but yeah, maybe I'll post it on YouTube also because it was just really too much fun. Okay, so let's start with a review of Wild World. Everybody, welcome to our Patreon live lesson of the month, and this month you all voted for Killing Me Softly with his song. Great song, lots of chords, and I'm going to teach some different levels of approaching the song. You can do a more beginner basic version, and then we will add in some more variations with a little funky mute. I know some of you were excited about that. Okay, but first let's start with the review of Wild World, last month's lesson. I have it on my iPad right here, but I feel like I can't see it that well, so let me lean it up on something. Okay, here we go. Now, if you haven't done the lesson yet, you can just listen and then review the lesson later. It's available for all patrons. Yeah? All right, here we go. rock strum or single strum if you like. 1, 2, 3, 4. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now that we lost everything to you, you say you want to start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving, but if you want to leave, take good care. Hope you find a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Riff. Oh, I didn't practice that. It's hard to get by, just a fun smile. Okay, did you guys practice that? Let's practice that really quick. Riff. Scale riff. Oh. Okay, one more time. Chorus. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by, just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I'll always remember you just like a child. You know, I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two, 'cause I never want to see you sad. Don't be a bad girl, but if you want to leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by, just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you just like a child. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baby, I love you, but if you want to leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by, just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and I always remember you like a child. All right. That one's a hard one. I hope you guys enjoyed working on that. It's one to build towards, I think. Okay, so let's move on to Killing Me Softly. Yeah. Oh, great, Maggie, you made it. Hopefully, you were able to change your reward to your and get the music. Yeah. I see Lois and Lanny, welcome. And Linda, avoiding fire danger in Sonoma. I heard there were fires. It's that time of year again, huh? And then Maggie and Jean. Okay, great. Yay! All right, let's work on Killing Me Softly. I feel, I need something to tilt this up a little bit more. Like Chewy. He can be my music holder. Okay, so let's start with just the chords for Killing Me Softly. There's so many chords here. Let's just walk through the chords as they're shown on the chord chart. E minor, A minor, D7, G, A, D, C, Okay, E, in case you've never done an E, you want your index finger on the second fret and then stack these fingers. The two, 3, 4 fingers, you want them to stack on the 4th fret. Here, I'll move over this way a little bit. Okay, so see if you can get clear sound from all 4 strings. If you're more of a beginner and that's really hard for you, you can you can maybe just play the top 3 strings, but I would say work towards this shape. It's pretty much the best way, the only way to play E, and you're gonna need that shape as you move up and down the fretboard. Yeah. Manik is asking, what is the best lesson to practice the rock strum? I think you guys can give your feedback on that, but I would say let it be, and it looks like Jenny said that too. You can always ask Jenny. Jenny knows every single lesson that I've ever taught. Okay, Renee says, I don't understand the strumming patterns. No worries, we're gonna go over that right now. Yep. That's what the lesson is for. Especially if you haven't done a lot of my lessons, I kind of have my own system of articulating the strums, but you also need to hear it and hear how it aligns. Yep. So I'll share that with you. Okay. Great. So let's start by single strumming through the intro chorus, okay? Yeah, sing along if you know it, but just getting used to these chords because we're going to revisit this chorus many times, yep? Okay, yeah. Jillian is saying, how about E7 instead? It doesn't sound the same. Yeah, so, kill it softly with his song. You could do E7, but it's not the same, yeah? Okay, I'll demonstrate once we get there. Let's sing through single strums, just 1 strum per chord that you see there. It's a great way for beginners to get familiar with the chords before you start playing. E minor, we'll sing it, and strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Back to E minor, you could add your pinky. Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Right? You hear that resolve on the E. You could also, we could try the E7. Let's do it again and we'll end with the E7 and see the difference, yeah? Just practicing, 2, 3, and strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. Go the E7 with his song. Yeah. So if you really want to, you can play that E7, but I'd prefer that you go to the E. Okay, good. Yeah. Renee says she likes and the 7. Okay, yeah, you could play this version where you go 4, 4, 4, 7. So that allows you to bar the fret, the 4th fret, and then add your pinky on the 7th fret. But that is also a difficult chord shape to get used to. But it's an option. There are a lot of options. Yeah? Okay, great. Robin is asking, where did I add my pinky for the E minor? So let's go over just transitions. Same chords on the chorus, right? Just stepping through E minor. We go strumming my pain with his fingers. You could use middle finger or index finger. Some people like going to the index finger because you're going to the bar D7 afterwards, yeah? Singing my life with his words. So from the bar, you can just bring your index down and then assemble your G. Okay, now here, moving from the G to the E minor, you can just add your pinky to complete the E minor shape. And that's like a fun trick that we work on a lot in Hallelujah, to save yourself from having to do an entire shift over to E minor. Yep. Okay, so G, add your pinky, E minor. We'll keep going. Killing me softly with. Okay, now you could stretch those fingers to A, your index and middle, your 1 and 2, because they're unencumbered. Killing me. Now going to the D, you could move your fingers and stack, but since with the A, your middle finger is already on one of the notes, you could just stack your 2, 3, 4 fingers underneath. Softly. That's all to say, something that I like to say often is there are no rules in ukulele, especially when you're getting from chord to chord. Do the transition that feels most comfortable to you. Okay, C with his song, telling my whole life, with his words killing me softly. Now going from F to the E, what I would do is slide this F shape. So you could slide over. So if you slide your middle finger to the 4th fret, then you can build the stack underneath it and then move your index finger down to the A string. So just try that back and forth a little bit. F, slide 4th fret, reassemble. Yep. Try that again. I'll try to get closer. F, slide, assemble your stack. Okay. If you're more of a beginner, learning these chord transitions and how to make them more efficient is going to free up your focus to more of the strumming. So you want to get those chords under your belt, those transitions into your fingers, so that you can then focus more on the strumming. Okay, great. Let me play through the intro and verse so that you can hear some ideas for where we're going to start, okay? So the picking that I'm going to do on the intro chorus. Yeah. Actually, let's start with an island strum, especially, I'm assuming that everyone can do the island strum, yeah? Let's do the island strum so that we just get some feel for strumming, okay? So, ready? On the intro chorus, because you can island strum this entire song if you want. I'm going to give you different variations to make it more interesting, but it depends on the sound that you want. If you want a more laid back or moody ballad, right, you can do more picking and you can do the island strum, which is a little bit more laid back and loungy sounding. Okay, let's try the island strum on the chorus, which is, if you look at the chorus on the bottom, I give it as an option, island strum or rock strum. Yeah. Jillian says, oh my God, that transition gave me the perfect E. Yay! Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's island strum on that chorus. You can look to the bottom chorus if you want. Yeah. Ready? So we'll start down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. I'll count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with song. Okay, let's do that again. And did you get the G to E minor? Yeah, did you get that slide from F to E? And if that still seems too fast for you, then just go ahead and focus on those single strums and learning the chords, okay? Island strum on the chorus. 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Yes. John says he hasn't built up calluses on the pinky. That's true, yeah. I have some, well, I don't know if you can see it, but like a line ditch in there in my pinky. And Jenny's saying it's harder to go slower on the island strum. It's true, because you really have to set your internal tempo for the island strum. You know, I mean, we do fast island strum for, say, like Riptide line, right? But then even when I teach Stand By Me, I teach it nice and slow, right? Up, down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so set your internal tempo. That's the way I like to think of it. You can always practice with a metronome to set that tempo. Okay, now let's learn the chords of the verse, okay? Just so that we can get some practice on those chords before we have to approach the whole thing. So, on the verse, A minor, right? We're going to single strum and sing through the first verse. Strum. I heard he sang a good song. G. I heard he had a style. Second line. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. I'll go over that transition, keep going. And there he was, this young boy, stranger. Okay, now check out this B7. To my eyes. There is a bar B7. You can do that B7 if you prefer. Because I'm playing a low G, I want my lowest note to be a B, so that's why I'm choosing this chord shape. Yep. So for those of you who understand a little bit more about the notes and the theory behind how chords are structured, that's why you might want to use this chord shape instead. If that goes over your head, don't worry about it, right? You can play this shape, but if you know another B7 shape, you can play that as well. Okay, same thing again, single strumming through the verse. Yep. Oh, and then I'll stop at that transition from D to E minor. Okay, I heard 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him. Now, to transition to the E minor, I like to take my ring finger from the D and then slide it over to the 4th fret and then let my other fingers fall into place. Okay? So try that. D, ring finger up to the C string, slide it over, E minor. Try that back and forth a little bit. D, slide, E minor. D, slide, E minor. I think there's a lot of D and E minor in like maybe Sound of Silence or another song that we've done. So it's a little difficult of a transition, but it's just practice again. Okay, let's start from that second line. And so 2, 3, 4. And so I came to see him slide and listen for a while. A minor. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Okay? Let's strum, island strum on the verse, and then we're gonna island strum into the chorus. This is just to get more practice on those chords in the left hand before we move on and add the picking and add the funky strum. Okay? Okay? Again, down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, verse 1. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Chorus down to E minor. Drumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Pinky killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. Slide with his song. Okay, you guys catch that transition from B7 to E minor, end of the verse into chorus, right? It's the same shape, but just down a set of strings, yeah? Okay, so hello Janice and Victor. No worries about being late. You can, of course, watch this video from the top as soon as we're done. But we're still pretty early on in the lesson, so I think you're fine. Anne says, first live lesson. Welcome! I'm a guitar player. I like to play the D with my pinky. Yeah, ring in middle. You can totally do that. If you play D with pinky, ring in middle, oh, then when you move to E minor, your ring finger's already in place. Yeah, I can see that too, right? Again, it's just trying to find the most efficient transition for you, okay? So that's the whole song in terms of chords, but you can see there's a lot of chords. They move a lot. There's not a lot of consistency to how they move, right? So you just have to keep your eyes on the chart pretty much and get really comfortable with these chord transitions. So if that's challenging enough for you, then just keep practicing that, yeah, and be okay with that. There's no rushing this kind of motor skill. You just have to really slowly walk yourself through it. Something that is important to talk about in teaching is that a lot of people let themselves get frustrated early on, and it's something that I think maybe kids tend to do less. They kind of embrace the failures and then adults, they can be hard on themselves when they don't get something right away. But like any skill, like learning a language, you really have to take your time and immerse yourself. So give yourself time to just build up your skills. Yep. Now let's take a look at the picking. And the picking is a way to soften any song. If you want to make it more of a ballad, more of like a tender love song, then you can add some finger picking. And the beginner picking pattern is a good one to start with. So with the right hand, you have 4 fingers starting with your thumb, and you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 on one on each string. So your thumb goes on the top string, and then on top of actually the G string, and then your index, middle, ring 2, 3, 4 go underneath the C, E, A respectively. And you really want to get under that string and get a nice tension on it when you pick. Okay? Okay. So this is the way I imagine the chorus. I do have the slashes there meaning single strums. That's just to make it a little bit more dramatic, okay? But we could do it with the single strums for now. So what we're gonna do, just talking through the picking, the beginner picking, we would single strum E minor on the intro chorus. We would go strumming my pain with this, and then when you move to the A minor, you're gonna do pick 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's even in terms of time, and it's really, the counts are there so that you can count to yourself the space that you need to leave. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So I find that sometimes beginners or people who have less rhythm training tend to just keep playing even when there should be a pause there. So you want to start counting to keep time for the parts that you're not playing, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's try that again. E minor, strumming my pain with his fingers. Okay, now let's keep going. Single strum on the D7, singing my life with his words. On the G, we do the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's continue with the 1, 2, 3, 4 through the chorus. Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. And then a single strum here. Again, just to be dramatic. Slide over with his song. Okay, so sometimes I like to throw picking on the intro or on the first verse to kind of build up into the song. Again, like we did earlier, you can island strum the entire thing. That might make it easier in a jam situation, right? Where you have, say, 5 or 10 people trying to play this together. If you haven't all learned the picking, then just tell everybody, let's all just island strum it, and then it'll just make it an easier jam situation. Yeah. Okay. Lisa said, with the frustration, I went back to some songs that I promised with 6 months ago, and I find I can do them now. Oh, that's awesome. Completely. It's a great thing to do. Okay, let's try that again. Intro, chorus. Okay. Yep. So single strum where there are single slashes, but then we'll do the beginner picking for the rest of it. 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me. Oh, sorry, I meant to pick that. Killing me softly, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay. Now let's keep going and add that beginner picking to the verse. Okay? Jenny's saying, when I pick, I find it difficult to pick on the neck. I move down to the sound hole. Is that okay? Sure. With the right hand, yeah. It is easier to pick over the sound hole, so you can totally do that. Yeah? And then as you get more comfortable, you can pick over the fretboard if you like. But a lot of it is actually just finding the tone that sounds best. So you'll get a different tone if you pick on the fretboard than if you pick over the sound hole. So that's the main difference. Yeah. Okay. So let's try picking on the verse. We'll just start right on the verse, okay? Adding this beginner picking pattern, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and seeing if you can keep up in the left hand, right? Okay, so here we go. I heard he sang a good song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Keep picking, strumming my pain with his fingers, just practicing, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay, so the thing about this song, people know the Roberta Flack version, which is like really kind of slow R&B, and makes room for a lot of finger picking, which is I did a lot of finger picking in my version that I did for 100 Days of Ukulele Songs. And then people also know the Fugees version, which is more hip hop and has a more funky rhythm, and you can apply these different picking and strumming styles based on the style that you want to achieve. So we did our island strum version, we did our beginner picking version. I'm going to show you the intermediate picking, and then we'll do the rock strum with the funky mute, because I know everybody's excited about that. So the intermediate picking, the first half of it is the same, the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if we did, let's start on the verse, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, just an A minor for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna add a 3, 2, 3. Okay, so what this means is that you just have to get the counts of it right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is more advanced because you have to fit in more picking notes, right, in that measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So go ahead and just practice that for yourself a little bit, walking through. Let's walk through the chorus. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If that's too much for you, focus on the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just leave it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and. Okay, so walk through that yourself while I answer some questions. Kimberly said, the E is really difficult because I have small fingers. Well, I would argue that smaller fingers are not necessarily better or worse. If you have a big ukulele, right? If you have a tenor ukulele and you have to stretch really far, then you might want to get a smaller ukulele. But also, smaller fingers can usually bend more, right? So then you just want to work on the agility of fitting your fingers in. But usually smaller fingers can fit in the fret better. Yeah. But all of it is actually just about getting agility in these fingers to move around. Yeah. So you should feel that your wrist and your hand can move around into different positions and have a very firm grip on the strings. Yeah. Okay. So, I have small hands too. I have a weird way of hitting that E. I use the bottom of my pointer finger to lean over the. You mean the A string? The bottom? Okay. I would recommend your goal is to use your fingertip, the real fingertip, right? You should be on your fingertip point. You don't want to be at the base of your knuckle, yeah? Ideally, you would be up on your fingertips. But again, if you're still learning the chord, then just do what you can do as you build it up. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Renee says I get the pause now. That's cool. John says I have fatter fingers that make the E a challenge to stack them on the fret. Yeah, if that's the case, if you have really big fingers, you could use that to your advantage, and then use, say, just like your top knuckle to cover two strings, and then use another finger to cover the last string. Yeah. I use the I think it's better to get used to using your fingertip versus the I don't know, the face of the finger. But, again, it's like you got to just do what'll work for you now. Okay? So, let's take this intermediate pattern and play through intro, chorus, and verse. Okay? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 2, 3, or 1 and 2 and 4 and. Okay. Hearing it will help. Ready? From the top. 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. To the verse, I heard he sang a good song, I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Okay, let's move to island strum here, just for the heck of it, on the chorus. Right, let's do stranger, G. Stranger to my eyes, strum, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his, or it's not a pretty commentary, yeah, my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt okay, so you can go to that strum, especially since you're saying strum in my pain. It'd probably be good to move to a strum there. So now let's go over the rock strum. Yeah? Okay, so the island strum is a more laid back strum because you're counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the rock strum, you're fitting in a lot more strumming, okay? So it's gonna sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. So then you wind up with a little bit more of that hip hop feel of like hitting that back beat, okay? So slowly the rock strum is, right? We can do it on muted strings if you use your left hand and just slightly touch the strings so that you get a scratching sound. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay, it's even slower than that, right? We'll go down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So that's that big D. You're gonna hit that, and that's on the 2 and the 4. Down, 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 up, down, 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 you're gonna want to do this a little bit faster, right? So go ahead and practice that on the verse, yeah. Okay, we can try that together. We'll do it once and then I'll show you the funky mute version. Okay, let's do it slow together to start. Okay, so we'll go like, I heard he sang a good song. Okay, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I heard he sang a good song. Down, down, down. He heard he had a style. Down, down, down. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy. See him rocking my head? Stranger to my eyes. Okay, I'm head banging. That's the rock strum. You want to feel the head banging on the 2 and 4. Yeah? So 1 and 2 and a 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 1 and 2. If that is challenging for you, focus on the downs, right? Just go 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2 and a 1. Don't leave the upstrum out of it. That's going to help you find the rhythm. The upstrum you can fit in later once you have that rhythm down. Down, 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 down. Okay? All right. So I'm gonna, since we're getting close to the end of our hour, I'm gonna give you the mute. Okay? So, and this is more advanced. So apply if you feel you're ready for it, right? But what you're going to do is down, down, and then after that big down, you're going to take your other fingers, your outside fingers, and mute the strings. If you've never muted before, Jenny or somebody else, tell me a tutorial where you can work on the muting. So you want to essentially go down, 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 and then use these fingers to cut off the sound, right? But so quickly that you can get back to the down up. Okay? So, this is what it's going to sound like. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. I heard once he came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Okay, so that is a lot harder. So you have to be super comfortable with the rock strum already and then learn to add that mute, okay? So in the meantime, let's just focus on the regular rock strum. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. Tanya sang Girl from Ipanema. Oh, right. Yeah, we did work on that. Yeah. Okay, great. And then the other variation under the funky mute variation is essentially the extended rock strum version, right? Down, down, down. Especially when you're on that E minor and it's twice as long. Down, 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 down. Okay. All right. So we have the bulk of the song. You can approach it how you want. Let's do a final playthrough, right? Where I'll vary up different picking and strumming patterns, yeah, so that you can get a sense of how they'll go, okay? It's kind of like it'll be a demonstration of the different ways you can do it. Yeah. Fernando says, "You just blew my mind." All right, I'm here. That's what I'm here for. All right, here we go from the top. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Let's add picking. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Island strum, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Let's do rock strum on the verse. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one aloud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, adding in that mute, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Now the chorus with O's. Oh, la 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 la. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Dramatic ending. Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. So I was just kind of picking different expressions of the picking and strumming, and just as a way to showcase all of them to you. But it is completely up to you what you choose to shape the song. Mostly because this song it's a solid song. It's such a well written song that it stands up to these different approaches, if that makes sense. It's just a really strong melody, even if the chords are all over the place. Yeah. Okay, so we'll wrap up there for today. Hopefully that playthrough at the end gives you a lot to practice with. You can watch it to get a sense of like how you might shape your version of the song. Lisa's saying, I'm going to Honolulu as Friday. Any suggestions on places to visit? I think people like to go on factory tours. So you can check with Kanalea and Koloha and Kamaka. They all have factory tours over the course of the week. And then, of course, go visit ukulele sites. They have lots of ukuleles to check out. So I would say those are the top things to do. Yeah. Great. Thank you all. Oh yeah, Kuki also suggested ukulele site. Great. Jenny's saying you can also check out KISS, the intermediate lesson for KISS, so you have more funky strum muting practice. Oh, great. Yeah, we didn't get too much into that, so yeah, that is meant for more the intermediate level friends. Cool. Victor, you're too nice. Okay, yeah, well, this song, you guys picked this song, and the song it has a lot of teaching moments in it, so yeah, I just made the most of it. Fernanda says, I just died softly strumming this song. That's great. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I will see folks next week for the intermediate lesson. I haven't figured out what that is quite yet, but it'll probably have something to do with what I'm working on. maybe Hawaiian music, and we'll see. Lily said next time show the other optional strum. It's the extended rock strum. So what is the extended rock strum in Space Oddity? Yeah, it's just the extended rock strum, if that makes sense. I think Jenny could tell us more. what tutorials have the extended rock strum? But I know it's in Space Oddity. And Hey Jude, we do it in Hey Jude also. Okay, great. Everyone have a wonderful night, day. It depends on where you are. Have a wonderful weekend. And be sure to check out the new Uk Friends shirt at ukuleletees.com. And we just posted our festival flash mob video for San Francisco Uke Fest and announced the dates. I had already shared it with patrons in different live events, but save the date, July 24th through 26th, 2020, for our San Francisco Uke Fest. It'll be really fun, and it would be great to have lots of patrons come, and I'm planning on doing some sort of special patron event. I feel like that's something that's really important to me, and in past years I've just been so overwhelmed with the festival to make time for it, but I'm going to start early with the planning and get help so that we can put together something fun for the patrons. Okay, great. Yes, Jenny said Space Oddity. Great, awesome. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening and day. I said that already. I'll let Chewy say goodbye. Chewy, say bye. He's like a statue right now. And enjoy practicing this lesson. You can watch it over and over, and I look forward to seeing your versions as well. You can post them in our patron group or any Facebook group that you like. We have a CL Uke Newbies group and also an All Levels group. And then on Instagram, you can tag CL Uke Squad, and we'll be reposting any song that you post that's Cynthia Lynn arrangement. Yeah, cool. All right, everyone, ciao, mwah, and aloha. With his song telling